Good day, everyone. We're here to present to you our study entitled Assessment and Evaluation of Electrical Termination Training Module, an instructional device for increasing the passing rate of senior high school students in EPAS NC II. My name is Ralph Ariban, teacher for Electronic Products Assembly and Servicing in Indang National High School, Senior High School.
And I am Edwina Matreo, Master Teacher 1, as well as the coordinator for TBL Department in Indang National High School, Senior High School, DepEd Cavite.
The advent of the K-12 program fortified the curriculum for the technical, vocational, and livelihood education in the country. In response to the fervent call of the Department of Education among senior high schools to have their students certified by TESDA, Indang National High School, Senior High School has been preparing or training its students for the rigorous assessment activities since 2016. But why do we barely obtain a 100% passing rate for EPAS NC II assessment? The answer lies on the insufficiency of training materials as a result of limited budget. But despite working on limited budget and insufficient training materials, still the assessment is conducted annually. But this affected the performance of the students, and as a consequence, only a few students successfully obtained national certification from TESDA. The said assessment result and the scarcity on training materials prompted us to develop and innovate an instructional device that specifically targets the least mastered core competencies of the students for EPAS, and that device is called the Electrical Termination Training Module. And to guide us through our study, let us have Dr. Edwina Matreo for the research questions. Ma'am?
Thank you, Sir Ralph. For our research question, 1. What is the passing rate in EPAS NC II assessment? Senior high school student in Indang National High School, Senior High School for the past 2 school years. 2. What are the least mastered core competencies of EPAS students? 3. What are the core competencies that can be enhanced by the Electrical Termination Training Module? 4. Is there a significant difference between the initial and final assessment result of EPAS students after utilizing the Electrical Termination Training Module? Scope and limitation. This study focused on Electrical Termination Training Module as an instructional device developed by the researchers to increase the passing rate in electronic product assembly and servicing NC II assessment of the senior high school students, specifically those who were under the technical, vocational, and livelihood track, specializing in EPAS by reinforcing their least mastered core competencies. The participants for this study were all grade 12 Andres Bonifacio students specializing in EPAS for the school year 2019-2020. The core competencies mentioned in this study were specifically for EPAS NC II and not applicable to any other TESDA qualification which are being offered in the K-12 curriculum. Sir Ralph, will you please introduce to us our research methodology?
Not a problem. Thank you very much, Dr. Matreo. This study employed a descriptive quantitative research design which is experimental in nature using the pre-test and post-test approach. The participants were purposefully selected who all belong to grade 12 Andres Bonifacio class specializing in electronics for the school year 2019-2020. The data for this study were taken from 1. The TESDA assessment result, 2. The competency assessment results summary, number 3. EPAS self-assessment guide, and number 4. The EPAS training regulation. The data were then statistically treated using frequency count and paired samples t-test. Based on our data analysis, it appears that only 61% of the students passed on the assessment for the school year 2017 to 2018, while only 69% obtained a national certificate for the school year 2018 to 2019 as shown on the given table. Relevant to this, we have identified, based from the competency assessment results summary, that the least mastered core competencies of those students who did not pass the assessment were core competencies number 2, which is all about servicing consumer electronic products and systems, and core competency number 3, which is all about servicing industrial electronic modules, products, and systems. In line with this, we were also able to recognize the core competencies that can be enhanced by the Electrical Termination Training Module based on the TESDA training regulation for EPAS. Here, it shows that the performance of our students can be enhanced further by 20% after utilizing the Electrical Termination Training Module. Similarly, for core competency number 2, the performance of this student can be enhanced further by 80%. And for core competency number 3, it can be further enhanced by 40%. After conducting careful statistical treatment on the data using paired samples t-test, we were able to determine if there is a significant difference between the initial and final assessment results of the participants after utilizing the Electrical Termination Training Module. As you can see on the table, we have calculated a t-value which is equivalent to 21.99 and a p-value which is 0, giving us the impression that there is indeed a significant difference between the initial and final assessment results for COC or core competency number 2. Furthermore, for core competency number 3, we have computed a t-value which is equivalent to 22.32 and a p-value equal to 0, telling us that there is a significant difference between the initial and final assessment results for core competency number 3. Based on the results, we therefore concluded that the Electrical Termination Training Module is an instructional device that can increase the passing rate of senior high school students in EPAS NC II assessment. It is also an instructional device that it can enhance the least mastered core competencies of the students by providing them with more meaningful learning experiences. And most importantly, it is cost-effective without compromising the quality of training and delivery of instruction. And I just want to let you know that after utilizing the Electrical Termination Training Module, my students obtained 100% passing rate during the recent assessment for electronic products assembly and servicing. And that ends our presentation. Thank you very much for listening.